Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. As you can see from the thumbnail and what is on my workstation, today is going to be a very different kind of video. Full disclosure, I am not a beauty video maker by any means, but one thing I have been asked over and over and over is, how do you put on your nail wraps? I have been using nail wraps for over a year. Not quite since I started my channel. I tried painting them, but I'm really rough on my nails, and so nail polish would fall off after a day. So I've been using these for over a year. So I've done this over 50 times, and I've learned some things that work for me, and I am not a professional by any means. This is not the only way to put on nail wraps. This is just what I have found works for me after watching a bunch of videos and trial and error on my part. Lots of trial and error. So the main company that I get my nail wraps from, oh, yellow light, is called Lily&fox. There are lots of brands out there. I am not saying this is the best one by any means. I found this one. I like it. They work for my nails. They work for my nail shape. So this is what I use. They're also $2.99 for an entire set of nails, which is a really good deal in my part, not my part, my opinion. And they have lots of different kinds. I'm going to be putting these little Christmas ones on today, but they have glitter ones, they have prints, they have lots of things. And as you can see, I've got a lot of them. They also do pedicure ones right here. I have not actually tried the toenail ones because I'm lazy, and it seems like it might take more work, more bending over. So I haven't done those ones yet, but I am interested to see. But as you can see, they have a huge variety of styles. I have learned, I've learned a lot of things. I cannot do prints that are ginormous. So for example, this one right here, if I wanted this whole print to fit on my short nails, it would not work. So as you can see, well, that's not a good example, but like here, barely any of that would show. So, and I wasn't trying to flip you off, I swear. So you just kind of have to know what might fit, what might not fit. Like these penguins probably won't fit on my thumbnails because my nails are not long enough. So just be aware that if you have short nails, some of the design might get cut off. Like Santa, yeah, there's no way he's fitting on my nail, but it's okay. So I'm going to move those to the side. One more thing before we get started, read the descriptions because if it says transparent means that, and these are transparent, they are clear. So it's not a white background, it is a clear background. And if your nails look nice, then good for you. Mine are all scratched up from using the nail wraps. So if I use these, my nails would look like trash underneath. So I make sure to steer clear of transparent. So what am I working with besides the nail wraps? I have a bowl of water. Normally I would do this not at my dining room table, but I'm trying to film it. Usually when I try to take the nail wraps off after, I usually get about 7 days. I could go 10 days, but then they start to kind of lift up and I'm over it anyways. Normally I would take off the nail wraps after, washing dishes, taking a shower. It just kind of helps them come up a little bit easier. But today we might be struggling. So I have water, I have some soap. I've also used, if I'm in the shower, like a little bit of conditioner or a little bit of body wash. Also coconut oil can help, but that's messy. And I'm at my table, so I'm not going to do that. I also have some nail polish remover, any brand will do. Rubbing alcohol, any brand will do. I have a little plate to put my trash on. Do not let these go down your sink or your drain because they could clog it up and cost you a lot of money. I have cotton balls. I have a towel. I have my little Cuticle tool. Love this thing. I have a little, I don't know, sander buffer. I don't know what it's called. I have a nail file. I have another nail file. And I have another nail file, and then some clear polish. So, first step is I'm going to make a mess. We are going to move the cotton balls out of the way. I'm going to put this down so I don't, make a mess. And if you're here and you're like, wow, I don't know what diamond painting is, this is, oh, I just ripped a thing off. I mainly do diamond painting content, but if you're here because you're like interested in trying out nail wraps and you're, oh, maybe I'll watch you put them on. Oh, well. Hi, hello, welcome. This is a diamond painted coaster. I mainly do the ginormous canvases, but sometimes those are fun too. So if you're interested, go check out my other content. So, okay. This is not how I normally do this at all. So, and this bar of soap smells like Fruity Pebbles. It smells amazing, just saying. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of my way. So normally what I do is I use my fingernails and I just kind of pick at the nail wrap just to get it started, because once it gets started, it can come off pretty darn easy. Of course, now that I'm doing it on camera, so you can see it just comes off. And once you get it up a little bit, you get a little bit of the soapy water underneath and it just comes right up. I do this for both sides, obviously, otherwise I would have Thanksgiving nails on one hand and Christmas nails on one. I am actually wondering, I'm gonna try something. I've never tried to use this to not scratch at my nails with, oh, hello. I just may have discovered something. Of course, using a wet, slippery tool might not be the right thing. Maybe not. Maybe not. You're gonna watch me struggle in real time. Usually they come up in, one, of course now it's gonna make a mess, in one just giant chunk, but I am doing this a little not like I normally would. So as you can see, and I'm not pulling very hard, they do come up. But, oh, nobody wants me to sing. Oh dear. So, like there's one. That wasn't very long. And sometimes I'll, get a little more water to help with the process. I would not recommend doing this step at your dining room table. Just saying. The thumb is always the hardest one for me. I don't know why. I think because it's the biggest one. Come on, little friend. Go with your friends. Go with your family. Put you out in the garbage can with the rest of your family and friends. Okay. So, oof. And it doesn't help that my hand's slippery, so, yep. So, just gonna get these up. Honestly, the best time to do this is right after the shower, or right after you're done, doing the night's dishes. I feel like they just come right off, although that's not too bad either. So once I get them kind of lifted up, then I kind of shove some more of the soapy water underneath while I'm scratching them up. It's not quite as satisfying as, picking at regular nail polish. Oh, remember that nail polish? The stuff that you were supposed to peel off? It would peel off in one giant chunk. That stuff was satisfying. And what a genius marketing idea. You're basically making nail polish that you're supposed to pick off. And don't mind my cat, Duncan. He was sitting right here, and I kind of nudged him to the side, and now he's pouting at me because he cannot be the star of the show. Okay, that one's a little bit stuck. Can I use this? And I'm left-handed, so working on my left hand is going to be awkward because it is. There's that. See? Oops, little piece left. There's that. Come on. Okay. There's, nope, one more. One more. There's that. This tool actually does kind of work. It's a multi-purpose tool. Okay, so we got all those off. There's a little bit of glue residue, but normally I would get up and wash my hands. But again, trying to not get in and up and down from the table a million times. So we're going to move that so I don't spill it. We're going to dry the hands. And now the cat's staring at me. It's fine. All right. Put that there. So then what I do next is I use a little bit of nail polish remover. Again, any brand. I like this one. It smells like strawberries and nail polish remover. This is from Ulta. And I will list and potentially link the supplies that I am using in the description box. I don't have any like affiliate codes or anything for Lily&Fox. They don't know who I am. I just like purchasing their nail wraps. But if I do list any other supplies, they will be Amazon affiliate links. So if you do click on one and purchase something, I might earn, 20 cents or something. So just want to full disclosure on that. I'm going to get rich. I know I am. So again, I'm not being overly perfect about the nail polish removal. It's just to get any little bits of the clear nail polish that might have been, on the outside of the nail. So next, I'm going to file my nails. You don't need to watch me file my nails, so I will file and then I come back. I don't file aggressively. I just kind of smooth them out and try to leave them as long as possible. So nails are filed. They are not perfect by any means, but I just make sure that I don't have any little, chips or any rough spots or any, stabby corners. That is my goal with filing the nails. And then I use the little cuticle pusher, and I do not push hard, okay? Do not push hard. I just basically am trying to push, and I'm barely pushing, just to make sure there's no little, skin coming up this way. That is the goal of this. And I don't trim my cuticles on the side. If I do that, I end up just getting a bunch of hangnails, so I don't do it. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that is just what I do. And again, that would be one more step. And most of the time, I am trying to do this in a timely manner. Again, I will struggle when I'm doing my left hand because I am left-handed, but I get the job done. And if I feel any like rough, scratchy bits, I might go that way, but I don't feel any glue or residue, so I am just gonna not worry about that. So there we go. I love this tool. This tool is amazing. I next use the little buffer sander thing, and again, I do not push hard. I just go over very lightly if there's any ridges. As you can see, the nail wraps, I don't think they're ruining my nails because I'm just going to put more nail wraps on, but they do kind of scuff them up a little. This is not going to make them unscuffed. This is basically going to make sure there's no leftover glue or bumps and stuff, so the nail wrap goes on smooth. So I go with the direction of my nail and just kind of lightly push down a little. And I feel it, and I'm like, yeah, it's good. Same. And when I'm doing this, I might try to pull the skin away from the nail, just so I don't accidentally, sand my skin, if at all possible. And sometimes this helps if there's any extra little nail polish or glue bits. It also helps. That's why it looks discolored a little. So usually my thumbs are the roughest. So there we go. Nothing fancy. Next, I would usually get up and wash my hands, but again, trying not to get up. So what I am going to do after I would wash my hands is I use some rubbing alcohol, and I close it because I will spill it, just to get off any extra nail dust or any stuff. Ooh, there's a little bit of cotton ball stuck to the nail, because you want to have your nails as clean as possible before you put these on, so you have the best chance of them actually staying on for as long as you want them to stay on. So, I normally get 7 days. Usually I change them once a week. I could probably go 10 days. I might have to put another layer of clear nail polish down in that case, just to kind of help them stay down, but I have gone 10 days. But after that, honestly, I'm ready for a change, and so I will probably take them off. So all your nail wraps will come in this little package. I think it's to keep them, I don't know, fresh? I don't know. I have these 2 bags of extras, and I let my daughter use them. I put them on her, or, you know, just whatever. And they've all worked perfectly fine, not being in a sealed bag. So do with that what you will. And there is a layer, like a little plastic layer on them. So you will notice if you leave it on, because when you're trying to sand off the end of the nail wrap, it will be really hard. So I always try to remember to take them off. And because I've used these for so long, I know which one of these fits each nail. And so for me, I know that the second one, the second one fits my pinky the best. And I always start with the pinky and work my way up. Again, that is just how I do it. I know that I can grab onto this part because my nails are not long enough, so it's not going to affect the adhesive on that end. And then I lightly put it down, and I make sure not to go over my skin, if at all possible, because that will make it potentially, you know, come up. What is my cat doing? And so I lightly put it down, make sure it's on there, because you can take it off and reposition it. And then I push it down with my fingers. I used to use a tool to try to really push it down and smooth it down, but honestly, I don't think it really made much of a difference. So again, oh, see, I ripped that end off. That's okay. I don't use that end. So then, same thing on the other side, although more awkward. I just lightly put it down and then smooth it out. And I think the plastic is still on this one. I think it is, maybe. Well, we'll find out when I try to sand it. And when you buy the nail wraps, it will come with this little toolkit with this little nail file and a little wooden tool. I don't use the wooden tool. And when I put them on, then I go down, okay? Down, 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 down. And this basically cuts the nail wrap for you. You could use scissors. I don't like to do that because I will probably injure myself. And once it gets to a certain point, you can see, you can kind of rip it off. And I usually just stick that to the bag. And then I flip it over and use the pink side and go down to help smooth out the end of the nail. I always make sure there's no little hangy bits. And that is that. And then I will do the other side. And I don't know why I start with the pinky nail. I feel like it's the smallest one, so if I screw it up, you know, because I'm rusty, then whatever. So, as say, see, I think I left the plastic on this one because this one is harder to do. See, look at that. See, I told you I'm not a professional. Told you. Oh no, I didn't. Well, it was just, I just wasn't pushing hard enough. So again, flip it over, and I always check around this little part of the nail just to make sure. And I don't go up because I feel like that might make it so it doesn't stick on your nail. I don't know if that's true or not, but that is just what I've noticed, is that if I go up, it tends to shred the nail wrap a little bit, and then, especially for using darker ones, it is more noticeable. So, all right, go on there nicely. And for me personally, I have better luck if the nail wrap is almost a little bit too small. So, please focus on what I'm doing. So you can see that I have some nail still showing. I find that is better than having the nail wrap be too big and then go on the skin, and then it kind of pushes and it makes it look weird. And then I feel like, at least for me, that's when they will fall off or get snagged on things early. And I know people are going to say, but you can see your nail. Most people aren't getting that close to your nails. So if they can see it, then maybe they need to back the heck up. Just saying. So there we go. And I've used these for so long, I know which ones work for me. So there is a little bit of trial and error as to which fingernail, you know, which sticker fits best on. And if it does feel like it's getting a little snagged up, just push it back down. They say that you don't have to put clear nail polish on after the fact. I do. I feel like it helps them stay on longer. And, you know, maybe gives my nails a little extra layer of protection. And I tried a few different brands of nail polish, and I feel like this OPI is the first and only one that has not made the nail wrap, like, I don't know how to explain it, but the last kind I was using, it would crackle after a few days, and it would look really weird. And I don't know if that's just maybe a reaction between the nail wrap and the nail polish, but this stuff has not done that. And I did buy that at Ulta, but I'm sure they have it on Amazon. Because I asked at Ulta when I was getting my hair done. I said, why is the nail polish doing this on my nail wraps? And somebody was like, what nail polish are you using? And I showed them, and they went, oh, that's because that's crap. And I said, well, okay, thanks. And they said, use this. And I said, okay. And they said, if it doesn't work, you can come back and bring it back. And I said, okay. And I used it once, and I did not bring it back because it was amazing. So, my nails are not all the same size. I am not overly picky about that. I know some people might be, but if I cut all my nails to be the same size, they all would be short, because I always have at least one kind of janky, wonky nail. And I do think you can use these on fake nails if you have fake nails. So I do know that this size is almost too big for this particular finger. But if I don't put it on this one and I start with this one on the pinky, it doesn't work. So I will show you what I do. I do not push and like smooth super hard when I put this one down, because I don't want it to stretch, because you can kind of pull them a little bit if it's a little short. So I try not to do that, but you can see it's almost on my skin right there. So what I will do with this one is I can feel it, and what I will do with this one is kind of be careful, because I don't really want to, you know, sand my skin, but I will push down with my nail and kind of push it in there so I can see where the offending part is, and just kind of try and sand it a little bit. Sand it like I have the industrial sander out. No, file it. File. That's the beauty term. File. And a lot of times too, like if I didn't get this all, like, yeah, that is way over my finger. Oh no. I will try both sides of the sandpaper, and I'd love to say that I'm just being awkward because I'm trying to film this, but usually it's an awkward thing to do anyways. Oh yeah, so like you can see that is way over my fingernail still. Come on. Behave, please. Behave. Something like this you might want to cut. Again, I have cut myself when I've tried to just cut the nail wrap, so I would rather take the extra time to use the file. Just, oops, see, I got a little thing. Come on. See? I'm human just like everyone else. Okay. That works for me. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, I already got the plastic off that one. All right. I try to stay away from designs that have like straight lines, just because in case the printing gets off on the nail wrap, or your nails are not perfectly straight, you know, they might have a little crookedness to them, or you put them on unevenly. That bothers me. I can't do it. So I purposely look for designs that are a little more random or forgiving to operator error. Oh my gosh, my cat is trying to get into the Christmas tree right now. Oh my gosh. He can't, but still. Hopefully no loud noises will be had. And this one on this side is not as dramatic. So that's good. Oops. Probably doing all this out of shot. Good job. Too busy trying to make sure the cat doesn't destroy everything. Okay. Got a little dust. And then I still have three sizes left. I know for my thumbs, I could do this size, or I could do this one. This one is a little big. This one will have a little more extra. Some designs will have, you know, different, like this one, for example. There's different designs on some of the different prints. So depending on what the design is, I might, you know, pick and choose. But since these are all the same, I am just going to go for the bigger one. And as you can see, this one is decent. I don't know in terms of, like, these fit my nail shape really well by the Cuticles, but different brands might, you know, have more of a curve to them. They might be straighter. I definitely would recommend maybe just trying one pack, you know, ordering one versus multiples, or really look at the pictures and look at your own nails to see, does this look like my nail shape? Because if it doesn't, you know, it might not fit as good as you want them to. I just lucked out, honestly, I think. So there we go. Push that down. I cannot imagine having nails this long. Oh my gosh, I would injure myself. Okay, there's that. Yeah, this one, it's a little big on that side. It's okay. We'll get it all situated. Pull that off. Get this side, and then we'll do the pink side of the nail file. So I can definitely feel a little spot. And the first few times you do this, you're probably going to be slow, and that's okay. You should try and take your time. I have probably put on over 50 nail wraps at this point. I could look at my my order history and maybe count them. I don't really want to do that because I know I have way more than I probably will ever use. And then of course, you know, when you order from somewhere and they send you emails and pictures and you're like, oh, I like those. I like those. But I mean, for $2.99, I feel like it's not too shabby. So then what I do, because I save these, you know, just because I'm a hoarder. Just kidding, I'm not a hoarder, but I do save them. And then I will put these in my little bags that, you know, if my daughter wants to have nails done or whatever, we can do that. So then the last step, well, I make sure I do a lot of pushing of them down just to make sure they're all behaving. And then what I do is I use my clear polish, and I'm very generous with the clear polish. But what I first do is I go along the top and I get it all over. It's okay, it's clear, it'll come off, because I want to try and get the polish in between the nail wrap and the nail, just in case there are any little gaps. I just feel like it, I don't know if it helps or not, but I do a lot of, you know, scratching at things with my nails, and I always kind of pull with my finger, kind of pull that little cuticle back a little so the clear polish gets in between the nail and the wrap. Again, I don't know if it helps. I feel like it does. So do that, dab, 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 and then put that in, pull, get it up to the cuticle and even over it a little bit. Usually I do this at night, so by the time I, you know, go to bed and wake up, usually I could wash it and any little extra clear bits come off. Where's that? Man, why am it's like I'm wiping it all off. So that is what I do. And you can see I have, no, is it not going to focus? I can see my nail on that one, and it's okay. It used to really bother me when I could see my nail, and now I'm over it because I realize I don't have enough time to sit there and make it absolutely perfect. And, you know, most people aren't sitting there and staring at my nails and going, oh, look at your nails. Oh, God, look at that. She messed up right there, you know. Most people aren't even watching my videos. They might look up occasionally while they are working on their diamond paintings. So, you know, it is what it is. I do get a lot of compliments, I will say. Like when I go out to the grocery store, was at the doctor's office, and several people were like, oh my gosh, your nails are so cute. And I was, you know, explaining, yeah, they're stickers. And people were like, oh my gosh, that must cost so much to do. I think they thought maybe they were, you know, painted on or something. Like, oh no, my gosh, no. I can't. I could not sit still after going to the nail salon and having elaborate nails, you know, airbrushed and painted. Oh my gosh, no, no, no. Plus, I don't think my husband would appreciate the cost of one-of-a-kind hand-painted nails. Sorry, honey, can't buy groceries this week. I really needed these elaborate nails. Yeah, I don't think it would go over very well. So, anyways, that is that. And then, of course, I try to sit still for a few minutes. Usually I end up picking up my phone and smearing, you know, nail polish on my phone. But as you can see, we are done. It doesn't take, well, it took longer than it normally takes for me, but it doesn't take that long, and you can do it at home. I usually do it while we're watching TV or something, so I can, you know, multitask and spend some time with the family, but then also have fresh and cute nails for the week. So that is going to be it today, guys. I will link everything I used and my supplies in the description box down below. Please let me know, have you tried nail wraps? Have you hit or misses? Like what companies have you tried? Have you ever tried lily&fox? You know, do you swear by another brand? I would love to know. And if you have not, well, I mean, if you're a diamond painter, and if not, I mean, you could subscribe. Maybe you'll learn a new hobby, a new, you know, craft, etc. If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things. And I will see you guys again with diamond painting content very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.